Mike Dell's World number 118 for March 20th, 2019. And good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Just haven't done one of these in a while, and kind of recovering from a little bit of a cold. So if I sound a little, how should I say it, a little hoarse, that's because I'm still getting over the cold, but I'm mostly over it. The Flim Fest has gone away, and it never turned into anything other than just a lot of stuff, I should say. Let's not gross you out here. Let's see what's been going on. Spent a week in Florida last weekend, and I guess the weekend before. I don't know. Whatever it was, I was in Orlando, then went down to South Florida and hung out for a few days, and Kathy came along and got to go swimming in the Gulf of Mexico, got to experience some 90-degree days and all that. Now I'm back up here and watching the snow melt and my basement fill with water. But the sump pump is working, and it didn't catch up there in the initial meltdown, but it was pretty minor flooding, and got that all taken care of and dried up, and now the sump pump is keeping up. You might hear it in the background. It'll sound like a toilet flushing. Trust me, it's not. I'm the only one in the house right now other than the beagles, and they don't flush the toilet, generally. They might drink out of it, but they don't flush it. But that's kind of what my sump pump sounds like, since it's in a temporary condition, and the water actually goes into a slop sink in the utility room across the basement from me. So it is what it is. Can't have a perfect studio. There it goes. You probably didn't hear that, but maybe you are hearing it when I'm talking. But anyway, goes about every 4 or 5 minutes. It dumps another load of water into the slop sink, but it's keeping it from seeping into the basement, so I'm happy. It's all good. First day of spring, officially at 5:58, I believe it was, p.m. tonight Eastern time. It turned into spring, so I guess we're in the, we call it the vernal equinox or the autumnal, I don't remember. Anyway, not important at all. Just, like I said, making an update. I will be heading to California next Monday. So, I don't know, 4 or 5 days from now, going out there for the National Religious Broadcasters Convention called Proclaim 19. A company I worked for has got a booth there. And I will be manning said booth for 3 days. 1 day before setting it up and tearing it down on Friday. So I'll be flying on Monday. Tuesday will be a pretty easy day. I'll probably do my normal work from the hotel room minus a couple hours to set up the booth. And that'll be cool out there in Anaheim, California. So if you're within striking distance in Southern California and want to get a hold of me, shoot me an email, mike@mikedell.com. Might be able to go to dinner one of the nights. Be there Monday night through Friday night. I fly out at the butt crack of dawn on Saturday morning. And then I'm back for about a week, I guess. Here, let me look at my calendar. So, yeah, I'll be coming in on Saturday the 30th. And then I leave out again on, what is it? Yeah, the next Sunday, the 7th. And I'll be in Las Vegas until Friday. So that'll be fun. That's for the National Association of Broadcasters. So get to go out there. I believe we have 4 days of the booth for that one. And that'll be a busy show. We're going to be in Central Hall, and we're going to have 4 people from the team there. The California trip, I'm the only one, but we'll have 4 of us there for the Las Vegas experience. That'll be fun. I go to that show every year, and it's always a good show to wander around. It's a lot of good contacts. Run into a lot of people I know and a lot of people I don't know, and all that good stuff. So that'll be fun. And then I'm back for I think an entire week, almost. Yeah, come back on. Come back on the 12th of April, and then I drive out the following Tuesday, I believe, for Columbus. I'll be down in the Columbus office for a few days, so if you're in that area, Columbus, Ohio, I'll be there for 3 or 4 days. That'll be cool. And then I'm done traveling for quite a while, I think. I think August will be the next trip. And ironically, that will be back to Florida. But I do believe that's going to be it for at least the business traveling. But who knows? Something might come up in the meantime. Not complaining. It's kind of nice to go warm places and nice places. Orlando, I guess, is all right. Anaheim's cool. It's funny, one Disney city to the next. Vegas is always fun. I don't care when I've gone there. It's always fun, one way or the other. I don't do a lot of gambling or anything. That's not it. But, man, I'll tell you, the restaurants out there and just the people watching is well worth it. One of my favorite things to do in Vegas when I have time to do it is get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and go out on the strip and walk around and just watch the different people. There's people that are, just getting up, going to work and all that in the casinos. And then there's people that have been up partying all night, and they're always fun to watch. And it's always a good time. Always look forward to at least one annual trip down to the Whiskey Liquor Bar on Fremont Street. It's always fun to go down to Old Town Vegas and hang out and visit my favorite Russian bartender who's been there the last 4 or 5 years. So I suspect he'll be there again this year. Let's hope so. And of course, go best place in anywhere on the planet to get a Detroit-style Coney dog at the D in Las Vegas downtown. That's the American Coney stand there. Of course, American Coney in Detroit is better or just as good, but the one in Vegas is a good facsimile thereof. So, and it's owned by the same people, and all the stuff comes from Detroit, real Kogels and you name it. So, if you don't know what a Kogel is, well, you're not a hot dog connoisseur. Let's see. Traverse City area stuff. Really not much going on here. Like I said, the big meltdown. I'd say we've lost about 70% of the snow in my yard. Still got a couple of snowbanks there where it was piled up, but for the most part, it's down to bare ground in most places. That's all good. It's a little muddy, but not too terrible. And it's melting at a rate that my sump pump can keep up with, as I mentioned. Kind of looking forward to being able to get out and go walking without bundling up like the Michelin Man. Anybody paying attention, I'm down almost 22 pounds since I started. So just weighed in this morning. So whatever I'm doing is working. And really all I'm doing is practicing my thumb exercises and pushing the plate away a little sooner, not eating bread or potatoes or rice or anything like that. So, moderately low carb, not eating pasta, that kind of stuff. And that's helped a lot. And between that and trying to get in at least 3 miles, but shooting for 5 miles a day of walking, I usually get about 2 miles in without even trying. So usually intentionally I try to get 3 miles in, either go to the mall walking, which I did a lot this winter, or now that the weather's a little bit more conducive to that, I'll go out on the trail. We have a paved, we call it the TART Trail, the Traverse Area Recreational Trail, but I actually live right on it. Right out my front door, instead of a sidewalk, is a is part of the trail. It goes up to the main trail system. Goes down to the beach one direction and the main trail system the other way. And I get on that trail and I can go, I don't know, I think it's 20-some miles all told in both directions. But, of course, I don't go that far. I usually walk up to 5 Mile Road and I'm on 3 Mile Road. I'll walk up as far as 5 Mile, which you would think would be 2 miles, but really it's 1.5 miles each way, so I get my intentional 3 miles. Or I'll walk the other way, and I can go down to where 8th Street crosses Woodmere, right there. Those that are familiar with Traverse City, it's where the Ware's Auto dealership is, and what used to be the Butternut Bread store, but now is a print shop. But if I walk that direction, it's roughly 1.5 miles each way. Near the public library, so either way is good. Good trail. It's all paved, and going east is usually a little bit better, only because it's all in the woods and goes behind the state park, and it's definitely a nice walk. But I try to do that, at least 3 times a week, not every day. And didn't really do a lot of that this winter. Been mostly mall walking or I guess blowing the snow out of my driveway and shoveling the walks has sort of made it my exercise. When I was in Florida, I had all good intentions of going walking and never did, with the exception of a little bit of a walk on the beach on the Gulf of Mexico, and that was cool, except for it was too damned hot, so I walked probably 1/2 mile and turned around, came back, and got in my suit and jumped in the water and floated around for an hour or so. That was kind of nice, except for I'm not used to swimming in salt water, and didn't really like the sticky feeling getting out of the water, but went back to the cottage and took a shower and felt all as good as new, so definitely cool. But that might have been when I caught this cold, so who knows. Anyway. So that should catch it up here for this Mike Dell's World. I haven't been messing with my Anchor-based podcast lately. I am still doing the every other day Podcast Help Desk news, and I also just put out a Podcast Help Desk episode, number 118 for those, or 119 for those keeping score. And that one's about the 6 things that podcasters should know about their show or know about podcasting. And I put a Facebook post up yesterday, and that got a lot of play, so I figured I'd make a podcast episode about it. So, well, before I have a coughing fit, I'm going to go ahead and play a song. And yes, I have permission to play this song. Sorry, I had to hit the cough button. Anyway, this is Andre Vioch. He's a local musician. Grew up in Lake Ann, just west of here, and where this podcast started, as the Benzoid Report. Anyway, Andre went to Nashville and had some success in the musical world, and then last I heard, he's back. But in honor of my crutch word, which is anyway, here's the song called Anyway by Andre Vioch. We'll catch you next time.
I saw heaven going up and down the railroad, and me and got a feeling that it's gonna derail, and I think I better keep on walking. Got a good feeling about this trail, and I do believe speed was all that was killing me. Is lost in the sound of that machinery. Think I better keep on walking. Wouldn't mind your company. And if you call me up in the middle of the night, I hope it's a good news, but if not, alright, I will. I'm gonna listen anyway. We are all friends and it's been much too long. You put your feet of love whistling on the old songs. I'm gonna listen anyway. I saw a little girl up in the peach tree. Me, I grew up around the apple orchards. I got a little sinner in the back of my eye. Said to myself, what a fitting touch, and I take a little time just to recognize parallel lines of the railroad ties, and I think I better keep on walking. I've no time to compromise. And if you call me up in the middle of the night, I hope it's a good news, but if not, alright, I will. I'm gonna listen anyway, yeah, cause we are all friends and it's been much too long. You put your feet up, lover, we'll sing all the old songs. Gonna listen anyway, yeah. Think I better keep on walking. Got the earth pounding up there against my feet, and I can't help but notice you and I, the parallels that never meet. And I think I better keep on walking. I think it's good to sweat out your agree, cause sometimes a call will save you, but sometimes a number is all you need. What was it you used to say to me? Oh, if you call me up in the middle of the night, I hope it's good news, but if not, alright, I will. Gonna listen anyway, yeah, cause we are all friends and it's been much too long. You put your feet up, lover, we'll sing all the old songs. Gonna listen anyway, yeah. Call me up in the middle of the night with good news, but if not, alright, I will. I'm gonna listen anyway, let it fall. We are all friends and it's been much too long. Put your feet up, lover, we'll sing on the old song. Gonna listen anyway, yeah. Gonna listen anyway, yeah. I'm gonna listen anyway, yeah. Thank you. I wrote this song when I was supposed to be teaching second grade. That's a true story. That's not even the funny part. I was substitute teaching second grade in Michigan City, Indiana, hoping to get a job writing for a comedy show in that broadcast out of Indianapolis, and I thought this was it. This is my ticket to not going back to college, and boy, was I off. So this is a tragic demise. Sing along, if you would. Both of you that are left in the audience, thank you. Sing along if you know the words. If you don't know the words, you're welcome to sing along. Just don't sing as loud as the other people. I played this for my second graders, and two of them cried, so I knew I had a hit. I knew that I could draw emotion. I knew that one day they'd be old enough to buy a record. And yet, none of them have. Circus will be closed today, said the ringmaster, so that we can recover from our recent disaster. People asked what had happened. The ringmaster sadly replied. He said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the great bearded lady has died. Oh, how I cried the day the bearded lady died. How I loved her so. Thanks for singing along. It makes me seem a little less creepy. After saying that I sang that to a bunch of 7-year-olds. We're all probably in therapy right now. My name's a real popular. My name's probably in a textbook for therapy, child psychologist. Blah, 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 VO syndrome, the fear of dead circus performers. If you're having any second thoughts about whether or not you should laugh, this is a parody. This is not a true story. The way the real bearded lady died was actually way way funnier. She was practicing a tightrope act when the line just went and snapped. She was scared as she fell down, bounced out of the net and she didn't hit the ground. Instead she flew over where the clowns were standing, watched her land there in a giant cannon, shot under there with a horrible bang, pulled off a perfect 360 through a hoop of flame. And oh, how I cried the day the bearded lady died. I loved her so. You almost make me sound like a credible musician, like this is a real song. It's good, keep it up. Go on one of those reality shows like America's Got Free Time or whatever it is. I'll take y'all with me and I'm like, no, this is my chorus. Everybody be holding a drink. It's YouTube. The strong man said that he could have caught her. She landed safely in a glass of water. She stood up and looked around and did not see the 3-ton man sitting down. She couldn't move, she's frozen with fear. Gave new meaning to the end is near. Then that 6,000 pounds of fat squashed the bearded lady flat. And oh, how I cried the day the bearded lady died. I loved her so. Thank you. My parents are so proud of me. And I'm sure this will be a glowing resume when I apply to Interlochen. Funeral procession rolled into town. I rode in the car with 46 sad clowns. The elephants cried, so did the ace. Poor rubber man got all bent out of shape. It's no one's fault, there's no one to blame. Now the circus will never be the same. I think back and how I miss her, her smile through her whiskers. And oh, how I cried the day the bearded lady died. I loved her so. One more time, as if she could hear you. Oh, how I cried the day the bearded lady died. I loved her so. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.
And sorry, I played a couple of tunes there. Andre Vioch, they're from Interlochen, from Lake Ann, which is close to Interlochen. But Andre, like I said, has been a local musician for a long time. Spent a little time, I think, in Nashville, and last I heard, he's back. And when I worked at the WNMC, actually still on the list over there. I don't do that very often, but I used to play a lot of his music, and actually had him in the studio one time. If I could dig out those recordings, I might have to do that. But Andre's a very talented guy. Just comes up on stage with his guitar, generally doesn't have a backing band or anything, and it's just very cool. Does mostly original songs, although I don't know if that one was completely original. I know the story about the second graders is, but anyway, little bonus track there at the end. Catch me later.